When they get here, they've already got a pretty good base on them. They've had 3 preparations, usually it's their 3rd preparation. So they've been broken in, had a refresher, another refresher prep, then another prep, then they come down here to us. So they've had good education away from here, whether it be with Jake Capewell, obviously on Burren, where most of ours are, or at Fenwick Farm or Washpool, depending on the facility that the clients use. When we get them here, they're pretty well versed in most things, so we just get them settled in, then we start to do some striding work with some 3/4 pace, etc. And we just monitor how they're coping, their action, their attitude, and just overall how they're handling as the work just starts to increase on them. Well, I've just got to be forward enough. So the ones we want down here at this point in time are ones that we think are forward enough for us to be able to do a little bit with. There's not a lot of value in us just trotting, canning them around. So these horses have to be mature enough, obviously good enough in the legs, but also good enough in the head to be able to come here and cope with the busier training schedule. And I get them, I want to see them doing some striding work down here. So they've got to be able to be up, ready to do something like that before I bring them down here. Well, just the way they handle the increasing workload, their attitude, their action should just keep on improving, their appetite, all sorts of things. And mentally they've got to be able to keep on handling the extra steps we give them. So we'll try and get them through to what we will say will be a short jump out, so a 400-metre jump out on the dirt. We'll try and get them through to there. We'll monitor them from there, then how they come through that, and just how far we can step them along. They've had plenty of barrier education and plenty of working in pairs and some striding work up at Jake's, and it's just now for us to be able to just screw things down a little bit and just monitor how they handle that, and obviously physically how they are in their lower limbs. Well, you'll know that by looking at them pretty well straight away. How they cope is a week-to-week proposition. Normally do things in 2-week blocks with the babies. Things change quite quickly. You might think you got an early one there because it's quite forward in its work. Then as the pressure goes on, they just lose the plot mentally, so you just need to back off them horses. So you really don't have a great idea until you get to right up to that point, to be fair. A lot of things change with young horses in a 2-week period.
Yeah, they've all been really good actually. They're all super forward. They've done a really good job on them at the breakers. Been nice and forward and been doing a lot of slow work just on the dirt track, just going one lap, taking it nice and easy on them. They've just started to do a little bit of 3/4 pace, just from the 3, just working up a little bit.
We have colts and geldings at one end, fillies and mares down the other end. So when the young horses come in, they go down the far ends of each barn. Girls up one end and the boys up the other. We segregate them. So we don't really, the way our stable's laid out here at Eagle Farm, we don't really have like a baby barn, etc. But we do have our young horses at the end of each barn. So the end of barn 13 and the end of barn 16.